Otto Warmbier has passed away. Of course, the 22-year-old student who was in North Korea for more than a year. The president has passed along his condolences and said that he's reaffirming his opposition to the policies of the North Korean regime. What more can you do? We've seen the Treasury Department deploy and implement sanctions against North Korea. As you react to this news and think about steps forward, are there more tools in the Treasury Department's toolkit when it comes to sanctions?
Well, let me first say it's a very unfortunate situation, and I also pass on my condolences to his family. He was treated very poorly, and nobody should be treated like that. And as we've said before, we are firmly committed at Treasury to use all our powers to put sanctions on North Korea and work with our allies to stop what they're doing, and that's the missile testing, the nuclear testing. This is something we're working very closely with our allies on.
I spoke with your predecessor about sanctions. It was something he was very interested in and worked hard to raise the status of it as a policy tool, implementing sanctions in the realm of national security. Do you see your sanctions policy as an extension of that? Are you doing anything differently than Secretary Liu was doing when it comes to sanctions?
Well, let me just comment. You know, sanctions have been around for a long period of time, and specifically post 9/11, they are a very important tool for policymakers. So we will continue to use sanctions to the maximum amount that we can. And I constantly meet with Secretary Tillerson and Secretary Mattis, and at the National Security Council, this is one of the tools we talk about in all of our foreign policy objectives.
I don't know if you've opened your mail from yesterday, but a number of congressmen, Republicans, Democrats wrote you about Rosneft potentially investing or becoming a controlling investor of Citgo, given the status of that company, raising concerns about what that might mean for sanctions, having a company with so much infrastructure in the U.S. under Russian control. Are you concerned about that as well?
Well, first of all, I do read my mail.
Yes.
So I
know it came late yesterday, yeah.
You know, I can't comment on any specific cases in CFIUS, but I can assure them and I can assure others, I take my role as chair of CFIUS very seriously. We will use CFIUS solely for the purposes of protecting our national security, and any transaction that's within our jurisdiction, we will look at very carefully.